with making things just a lot easier, right? Dan, are you there?
That's me.
Right.
You've already done my presentation, Andrew. I don't need to say any more. Well, Paul mentioned that, well, hold on. Before I go any further, I've been sitting here watching the webinar in our little live streaming studio, and I'm smelling something that's not good.
Uh-oh.
If I lose signal, or if you see me jump up and run out of the studio, call 911
Oh,
and send
no.
me to Williamston,
Okay.
Michigan. Okay.
All right.
Hopefully I'll get through this. So Paul mentioned that, one of the biggest pain points in working in church house of worship streaming is that you are working with volunteers, and they can be unreliable. Not Paul mentioned that, one of the biggest pain points, and unlike some of the other environments that we work in, like high schools and colleges, I think frequently in house of worship, you may be dealing with volunteers that are, shall we say, technically challenged. Put them down in front of a video switcher or a mixing board or a computer with a lot of inputs, and they just might not know what they want to do. So one of the things that XKeys, what we can offer is that we can make a very simple little control panel for your volunteers to simplify those tasks, and even label them very clearly, or even with pictures. If you want a picture of the choir or a picture of the pastor on the key, your volunteer can poke that and know that that image is going to come up. If you can throw my poll question out there for me, Andrew, I'd appreciate it, and bring in my first slide.
Yeah, so the question you would like me to throw, because I'm seeing the only polls I have here at the moment are...
how many applications?
Yes.
How many computer applications?
Perfect. I'm going to put that right up now.
Thank you.
So,
and what we have here, as you can see, we worked with Andrew's colleagues over there at Wirecast, and they designed this XKeys 128, which mimics their user interface perfectly, so that your volunteer can sit down and see, have this control panel that mimics what's represented in front of them, punch the key, the button lights up, it's live. You build your little seed in Wirecast and you hit the live button, and off it goes. They don't have to have broadcast experience to build a really nice looking stream. So that's one way that, this is all predefined. The cool thing about that controller is you just plug it into Wirecast and it works.
Yeah, this has been a lifesaver, game changer for us here in our studio. It's so much faster.
But on the other side, we make a wide variety of controllers. And the one you're showing now, it's called our XK24, 24 keys. It's about the size of an old TI calculator. And each one of those keys can be labeled. Like I say, you could put a picture on each one, or a name, or a procedure, so that the volunteer doesn't have to know it's camera 6 or that it's input 7. They can just poke that key and have it work, and give them more confidence. And what you see in the lower right corner is what we call our re-legendable keycap. This is a stock item, and they come in different sizes, and that's the idea. You create whatever label you need, and you put it under the lens on that key. And another nice side benefit of that is that the legend isn't going to wear out because you're not pressing on it, you're pushing on that clear lens.
Right, and is the scissors kind of a hint here? Like you're going to be printing these out and cutting them with a piece of scissors?
The cut icon.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
And my last slide is we ran a contest just a little while ago to win a free XKeys by designing a layout. And we had many different styles submitted. This is one that won for House of Worship. It was submitted by Daniel Wright. And you can see he put his cool little cross up there in the left corner. Those nice big square buttons that the volunteer is not going to miss. If you hit that button, it's going to stream to Facebook. You hit that one, it's going to stream to YouTube. Obviously, you still need somebody with some tech savvy to set this thing up in the first place. But if he's gone for a day, somebody else can come in and very easily see what these things do and follow along.
That is really cool, Dan.
So that's my little bit. And did we have how's our poll going there?
Yeah, so 77 people have responded, and it's actually fairly split here. So I'm going to push the results live here so you can see, get the poll results here. It looks like 29% said 1 application, computer application, and then 38, almost 40% said 2. 17, so about 18% said 3, and 14% said more than 3.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And I did have a reason for throwing that up because, as you know, XKeys works with a variety of different softwares. So, if you need an advanced button for ProPresenter or something for one of your other applications, maybe running music, even triggering lights, we can set up an XKeys for that, and the volunteer doesn't have to be really knowledgeable in the technology behind that. They just hit the button and it works.
Yeah, that's
so
really
that's my deal. I'll take questions at the end of this, and right now I want to toss it over to George at LiveView.
Okay, so George Klippel from LiveView, Director of Channel Sales, is joining us, and he's going to be talking about other applications for your church streaming equipment and what else you can do with it. He'll be talking about connectivity, bandwidth, and he's also going to be talking about how to create a good outreach program for your church. So George, welcome.
Well, thank you very much. I do appreciate everybody joining us today, and it's been great information so far. And yeah, that's right. We're going to talk a little bit about creating an outreach strategy and how you do that, and in one particular product, in fact, the LiveView Solo, in helping you obtain that goal. So if you can start off with our first slide. One of the things that we have seen a lot of churches and house of worships do using the LiveView Solo product is it's really about creating outreach, right? And it's delivering high quality, reliable internet and really connecting from anywhere, whether it's inside the church, expanding your reach and delivering your message with live streaming, reaching homebound worshipers, expanding your coverage of non-Sunday events, moving essentially the worship outside of the center. So there's a lot of things on this slide, too many to read specifically for you here, but it's really, that's what the Solo is all about doing, allowing you to bond your connectivity to a device and stream anywhere you want to go, not from just within the church. So the device itself on the next slide, you'll see it's very compact. It's very easy to use. It's essentially very affordable. It has SDI and HDMI input, a 3-hour internal battery, weighs less than a pound, works with multiple streaming solutions and multiple workflows. It's managed by what we call the LiveView Solo portal. It's a web-based interface. You configure it and you can set it up for destinations and command and control basically anywhere in the world. So it's a web-based interface again, and you can use it anywhere that you'd like to. I've got a unit here with me I can hold up and show you. It's really small. You use 2 modems with it, 2 USB LTE modems. Connects via HDMI or SDI into any camera or into any switcher like a NewTek TriCaster or NewTek Mini or Wirecast unit like we'll talk about in a little bit. It also has Ethernet connectivity as well as Wi-Fi built in. But the idea behind this little puppy is essentially bond all of these connections together to give you an ultimate pipe to get your stream out. So a lot of churches sometimes have difficult or bad internet connectivity. They'll want something like this to get their connection out successfully from their church service. They'll use this unit for backup. They'll also use it when they go out into the field or when they go out of the worship service to, again, get a nice, strong bonded connection to get to their CDN of choice. On my next slide, it talks a little bit about the connectivity, how we make the unit work. As I mentioned, we use something called bonding, cellular bonding. The unit takes the 4 connections as I just described, 2 LTE modems, Wi-Fi and Ethernet, all bonded together to give you this one big pipe of internet connectivity, to give you a reliable connection, a high-quality, reliable connection from anywhere. And our secret sauce, if you will, is something that we call LRT, or Live View Reliable Transport, which essentially brings together the best video delivery techniques into one integrated protocol that is developed by LiveView, patented by LiveView, and it's put into the Solo video encoder. It always allows you to generate the highest quality live stream, regardless of what's happening with the bandwidth that is out there in the ether, if you will. On my next slide, it kind of shows you a little bit of the options.
Ya. A ver si estamos transmitiendo y si nos escuchan. Sí, nos están escuchando. Vamos a compartir el video a ver si... Ya. Y acá vamos a ver las fotos de los niños en esta transmisión que estamos haciendo a través de Facebook Live y YouTube simultáneamente, para ver si tenemos nuestro público que nos están visualizando a la distancia de esta noche, que son es una transmisión para probar cómo funciona esto, presentándoles la pantalla de nuestro sitio web. Estas son fotos de hace un tiempo. ¿Se cayó? No, no debería haberse caído. Quizás apreté algo. No, acá está, sí, está bien. Sí, está bien, a ver. Hasta Enrique aparece en una foto acá que le saqué cuando lo fuimos a ver. Linares. Televisores cuando estaba cotizando. Estos son de algún tiempo, de haber sido hace 2 años atrás estas fotos. Ya, vamos a terminar esto. Ahí quedó bastante estabilizado y se ve por Facebook y por YouTube este video. Ya quedó bastante bien. Se puede tener un futuro. Ya, así que buenas noches. Muchas gracias por estar con nosotros en esta transmisión de prueba, que es para el ensayo, para la transmisión que haremos mañana a través del trabajo. Hasta luego.